stop you since this is an ABA form. It's, do you know what that means? The thing returns. So there's a,
oh yeah, I can.
it returns. The whole thing returns. So I've heard it already. So I know how lovely you play. Nice job. So do you take private lessons, or have you put this together on your own?
Well, I take private lessons, but this was just a bus, so.
Yeah, yeah. How cool is that? You know, building something, it's like, you know, sometimes you get to build a boat or something, and you guys built a piece of music. It's very cool to do that. And I think there's nothing better to build than cello music, but that's because I'm a cellist. And these are so nice for cello, you know, because Lee was a cellist and all that kind of thing. So I think you two have a little bit of dynamic phobia. You know, fortes need to be more. You'd have more muscle. You're the leader, supposedly, at the beginning here, so you have to be like, ah! Put your voice out. Okay. It doesn't have to be who you are every day, walking down the hall, knocking people over and stuff like that. But when you get behind the cello, you can be Xena, warrior princess, or something. I don't have a television, so there's some character like that, right? Yeah, I've never watched television. I'm weird that way, but anyway, my students have told me about Xena, warrior princess. So you can act out characters, right? Be in your own fantasy world, and that's not nearly forte. Okay, and then when you switch, and he's got the melody, you all stayed a little bit too much same dynamic. And when the other person has the melody, our part gets easier, doesn't it? And then we're like, yeah, I can do this, you know? But that's the deal with chamber music. You have to be really kind to the other part, whoever's got the not melody. So that's something that will really help this music make more sense to your audience. And they're your family, so they love you anyhow. But they would hear a big difference, and so would you. It wouldn't be so hard to play your melody.
Right.
And then when you do have the melody, knock her out of the way. I mean, you're a big, strong young man. So, you know, I mean, she's a little smaller, but she can do it from her imagination. You've just got the built-in muscles. So go ahead and play more forte. You know, find out how to work your bows and stuff so that it's easy for you to make music. I have a feeling you guys are kind of sitting behind your machines and just going, isn't this cool? You need to put a little bit more work into it. And then I have one thought, sorry, for these pesky triplets. Okay? I mean, this is a pretty hard chart you guys picked. First of all, I think I would encourage you to think more about the con moto part. The motion, it doesn't mean it has to really go faster because you have to take your tempo from what you can do, right? Your triplets. But I would think, would you stand up, please? I would do it, I would feel instead of 4, which begins to sound a little bit like you're riding a horse, I would think 2. It's the same tempo, but it has a little more moto to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And
then when you play your triplets, you know, you have to have fun with them. It sounded like both of you were at war with the triplets. If you turn your thinking and play them more playfully, I promise you this, they'll be easier. So a lot of music depends on the brain, doesn't it?
yeah.
So you can actually make the technique easier just by thinking. That is really cool. I have some other things, but we're behind, and they told me I had to shut up and keep moving. So thank you so much.